hand over to Janet now, to give her. Janet is a sort of a volunteer representative of the community group, to give her perspective.
Hello, everybody. I'm Janet. Sorry, I'm Janet from Made in Haslingden. I describe myself as an average retired person with a 4-generation family, and the impact that the coronavirus crisis has had on everybody has been really quite scary. There's been a lot of effects on young people, old people, and really when Ken brought the idea of putting these Zoom meetings together to discuss how the general community was going to deal with the crisis, I found it really reassuring, because I was able to reassure family of what was happening and how things were going in Rossendale. And from that point of view, I think, I take my hat off to Ken. He's done a sterling job, as has everybody that's joined in and contributed in any way. So we, as Alison said, we started these Zoom calls on the 19th of March. And the purpose of that call was, to quote Ken, how we connect, agree our unified offer of support to communities with the capacity that we have, and discuss any other ways that we can support each other and share ideas. So basically that was the wheel that was invented. And if you imagine a big wheel, the hub of the wheel is people. And the spokes that came out from the wheel were the organisations around that could help and offer support. And that was really useful because you could see where financial support was offered. Everything, was covered in that one model. So we had our wheel. We didn't need to invent another one. But I personally didn't feel isolated when I could see how GPs were coping, how the pharmacists were dealing with the calls and appreciating how I could help my pharmacy to serve me and help everybody else. That was really, really useful. And the way that all the groups came together to support our community was absolutely fantastic. So as the months passed, ideas were tweaked, more exciting things happened, and so much came out of Rossendale Connected that it became more than the sum of its parts. And Zoom calling, even with its technical computer says no moments, which I think I'm guilty of having the gold medal for that one, it's become embedded in our daily lives. We can see it all, you turn the television on and somebody's zooming in from Australia, or as we've seen, the United States of America, but that's enough about that. So professional bodies gave updates to the calls, Department of Work and Pensions, Rossendale Borough Council, Lancashire County Council, the police, the fire brigade came in and told us how they were tracing people that were isolated. East Lancs NHS, the Integrated Neighbourhood Team, Haslingden Community Link, social prescribers, pharmacists, the list goes on. If I've missed anybody, we really did appreciate your help. But communities and groups and charities were also involved. And out of that really came something quite amazing. And that was, we've always had RAFT, who are still continuing, even though the referrals have gone up. But then the community food boxes happened, and community libraries happened. So even though people weren't able to be referred to RAF, they didn't fit the criteria, there was somewhere not too far away where they could pick something up for tea or something to eke out a meal or a breakfast or whatever. And that was a really, really good way of connecting with people who perhaps you wouldn't have seen before. And likewise with the libraries, of course, our library were closed. So there's 9 community libraries now, and they've just been outside on a doorstep where people can pick up a book or a magazine. And that's been really another way of connecting with our community. So the helpline, well, wow, Rossendale's got a call centre. It's fantastic. How on earth did we get there so quickly with such marvellous effect? It's just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So it's still working, and I think it's sort of ramping up a bit again, but at least people know where to go and they know where to get help, and that's the most important thing. That is the thing that takes away the isolation, that you might be sitting there wondering what to do, but you know that if you ring that line, you've got somebody that can tell you where to go with your particular problem, which again is absolutely fantastic. So it's the residents that I'm really praising here. They've stepped up to the mark, but they always do. And we've seen a massive reaction to the calls of the arms at the beginning of lockdown. Many retired people returned to work in the NHS. Volunteers signed up for the NHS support and also the CVS support. And I'm pleased to say I've signed up for that scheme. And even though I haven't really done anything yet, I will. But yeah, the problem with that, the downside to that one, is that a lot of people have now gone back to their day jobs. So volunteers are still needed. So this is just a shout out to anybody who's got an odd hour or two to spare that can volunteer. Please do, because you get far more from volunteering than you actually put in. It's fantastic. So Rossendale Connected, I think it's a safety net. It's that the hammock under the community that's just holding us together and helping us out. We did want to meet face to face for this conference, but unfortunately we're being socially responsible and we can't do that, but we will do, I'm sure, in years to come, because I think there was talk of another one. Anyway, that's for another day. So yeah, it's that is how we reacted to the first lockdown and crisis. But from that reaction, we became proactive, and it's the proaction that we need to continue with. And I have every faith in everybody that we will do. So I'm going to leave you a positive message. We've got the vaccine coming, which that nobody thought that was going to happen so quickly. And the mood music is good for that. So hopefully that'll kick in soon.